welcome. Today we are gonna do, I just mowed the lawn. We're gonna do some cardio, and also we are gonna talk about the difficulty of finding help with any type of gang stalking situation. So we are also gonna be doing a little bit of cardio. We're just doing a workout. So first of all, what is gang stalking? Well, gang stalking is where a group of people want to drive you crazy. Look, it's something unorthodox that doesn't, but you're only gonna find out about it when it's happening to you, or if you're some type of person that likes to pretty much have fun at the expense of others. So gang stalking is literally a group of people that try to make sure that you lose everything. That's gang stalking. And the art of gang stalking is where they take everything away from you in a way where you're confused all the time and have no understanding of what's happening to you. The problem of gang stalking is that the people that have never most people have never heard of it. Most of the time they probably have never experienced it. And the people that have experienced it, most of them have already lost their minds and they still don't understand what's happening to them. So gang stalking is where a bunch of people manipulate a single individual to destroy themselves. And everyone's assignment is to take a little bit of what you have, take away from what you are, and it will be the most mundane things. When I was being gang stalked, my glasses, I had just bought them and they got stolen. So the first thing is that when you're being gang stalked, when the moment that you realize that you are a victim of gang stalking, you have to know that every people around you will try to take everything from you, regardless of how insignificant it might be. But the thing is that even though they are insignificant things, it's cumulative. So over the years, you will get to a point where you have nothing. And I'm telling you this from personal experience. You will get to a point where you have nothing because these people are taking everything from you little by little by little. So, the first instinct of anyone who is a victim of gang stalking is to look for information online. And look, thank you so much, Bryce Whitney. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm setting up the live stream while we're talking about this. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat. So, look, the difficulty of finding help with gang stalking is because you are going to be literally surrounded. Hey, you are literally going to be surrounded. Like these people are going to surround you purposefully so that you have no one to count on. So these people will literally seek you out so that they will pretty much block the right people from your life. And that is the one thing that you need to understand is that you will be attacked in ways that are unorthodox and unheard of, such as preventing you from meeting the right people so that you stay stuck in the same place for the rest of your life. So these people, you're going to be surrounded by people giving you advice that is meant to make you destroy yourself, and it will be in the name of fun, and that's just how it is. Like these people literally block out all of the good people from your life. That's simply how it is. So the thing is that once you're being gang stalked, most people never tell you that. You This is never told to you because gang stalkers themselves don't want you to know this. The last thing that they want is allowing you to understand what is going to happen. So these people have all of their bases covered. Gang stalking is something that has happened for many, 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 many years. Mm. And the problem is that these people already have done it to a lot of other people. They know how it goes. They know how to destroy people. They simply know it. So you bet your cute little butt that they also know that you're gonna go online to look for information. So whenever you go online to look for help about gang stalking, just know that the places where you would look for help is highly likely already dominated by people that are trying to abuse victims of gang stalking. You see, gang stalking is something so big and so unorthodox and unheard of that it's really if you don't understand gang stalking fully, you are simply hey MJ girl, I hope you're doing well. You are if you don't understand it, you are not going to be able to escape it. That's the purpose of one of the purposes of this channel is to help you understand what gang stalking is. You know, if you go online and you type in gang stalking, you are going to hear all kinds of stories. People are going to tell you, "Oh no, gang stalking is demonic. It's spiritual." You know, and look, I have chatted with some of these people that have their own channels, and you know they have the best intentions, but most of the people that talk about being gang stalked, that have their life together, don't truly understand it. And look, the reason that I am here in this gorgeous house with a career and my own life is because I understood gang stalking enough to the point where I was able to recover it all. Gang stalking made me lose everything. Everything, everything, everything. Hey, you read my child loud. That is so funny. So, thank you so much for the comment, bro, Spencer. So that's the thing about gang stalking is that every point where you are trying to look for help or for the right information, that place is already populated by these people. And this is why I have this channel. You know, I'm actually thinking about the changing the name of the channel back to the gang stalking playbook because this is because it's really what it is, you know. Oh, hey, Steven. So, look, the channel, there is this thing that is called organized harassment or gang stalking. And most people have never heard of this, but there is this worldwide phenomenon where psychopaths work together to drive people crazy, to give them schizophrenia. And the thing is that the people are destroyed from the inside. And it's a huge group of people. It goes all over the world. And that's literally what it's like a little bit beyond narcissistic abuse. Like sociopaths, narcissists, they all conglomerate together to destroy someone psychologically. And it gets to a point where when the person understands what is happening to them, it's already too late. And they're already like organized harassment makes people hear voices, it makes people feel weird sensations, makes people claim that the government is after them. It makes people paranoid. It makes people crazy. It literally makes people crazy. So I experienced it, and I understood it, and I understood it to the point where I was able to beat it, to get out of it. So when I was looking for the information, I didn't find anything that was helpful. I found some things that were helpful, sort of, but no one ever gave me a complete image, a complete picture of it. So it took me 7 years to understand what is gang stalking. So, so that's the thing, friends, is that you really, really need to, how do you say, you really, really need to understand it that psychopaths and sociopaths actively will will conglomerate together to bring someone down. And as long as you don't as long as you do not understand gang stalking, you're going to be confused. And if you are confused, you are more likely to be led astray or to be taken advantage of. So understanding gang stalking is the primary key of keeping yourself sane from these sociopaths. And that's the purpose of this channel, is to explain how gang stalking works, how it is, and the first thing that I can tell you is that if you happen to be a victim of gang stalking, you do not don't it was just awful luck. It's just something that happened.
You can only be saved from Jesus Christ. Repent your sins and surrender to Jesus.
O-
Chill, bro.
Okay, so look, no, look, bring up Jesus again, and I'm gonna ban you. Look, I'm all for religion, but gang stalking has nothing to do with Jesus Christ. All right, say that one more time, and I'm simply just gonna ban you because that is exactly what brings more confusion to the
I'm a
topic
gang
of gang
stalker too.
stalking.
It is a criminal organization. I have to insult the gang stalker when walking in the city. You
Yeah.
can only be saved from Jesus Christ. Repent your sins and surrender to Jesus.
Oh.
Jesus is Lord.
So look, when you experience gang stalking, just understand that there's going to be people that will actively try to confuse you and try to make sure that you don't understand what it is. And a lot of times, gang stalkers use these same methods. They tell you, "Oh, it's by just you're only going to get saved by Jesus, Jesus, Jesus." And guess what? Praying is not going to do anything.
Jesus is Lord.
So regardless of how much of what you say, how much you say, just understand that
Guys, just
it's.
being sorry we're going through this.
So like, I'm just blocking all of those people.
Yes, only by Jesus.
So, and Lee Pinyu, don't tell
Listening overseas in Germany.
don't tell me to chill. It's my live stream, okay? So for you, dude. So I'm putting you in timeout for 10 minutes. Get the fuck out of here. So that's the thing, guys. Is that when you're being gang stalked, just understand that you're gonna have a lot of people actively try to harass you for whatever reason. Ugh, another one. Hang on. Anyone else? Somebody's pennies are in a bunch. Oh my god. Hang on. Okay. Anyone else? Hi, Alisa. I hope you're doing well. Okay, so here we go. So that's. Hang on. Apparently, we are. Okay, anyone else? I love blocking people, so I'm not. Like, I don't mind.
The gang stalker make noises like clap near you in the city or in the supermarket.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. So, Thomas, so look, I'm gonna talk to you about the whole thing with the sounds. So, gang stalking, pretty much, it has people where they sensitize you. So it is a process that happens over time. So, for example, a lot of gang stalkers of actual participants will do sounds when they see you, like loud noises or whatever, and you're gonna know it's gang stalking. But over the years, it does something to your mind where every time that you hear a loud sound, you think of gang stalking. So after many years of being sensitized, anytime that you hear a loud sound, you are gonna immediately think of gang stalking. Over the years, the ambient noises themselves are gonna trigger in your mind gang stalking sounds. So your mind will only think of gang stalking. That is how you are made crazy. They create triggers in your mind to the point where everything that you see reminds you of gang stalking, and then you believe that everyone is involved. So the truth is that there's a lot of people involved in gang stalking. Mm. So we're gonna start with we're gonna be doing arms, and we're also gonna be doing a little bit of cardio. So we're doing step ups for 2 minutes, and then we're gonna be doing TRX bicep curls, diamond push-ups, tricep extensions, and yeah, we're gonna start on the steps for 2 minutes while we chat about this gang stalking stuff. So gang stalking is literally when a bunch of people kind of just get together to brainwash you to the point where you lose everything. And the first thing, the moment that you understand that you're being gang stalked, you need to stop trying to meet new people. Thank you, Zizo. I hope you're doing amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Is that the first thing that you have to do where if you understand that you're being gang stalked is literally
Everyone be chill and chat or get chopped.
is literally so we're gonna get started right now. So the first thing that you have to understand is that you need to stop trying to meet new people because gang stalking is literally you're gonna have actual people try to invest time in you, but you're gonna notice that the experiences with those people are gonna be off-putting. Like you are gonna feel it in your gut that that person doesn't have genuine intentions with you. That's just how it is, and you're gonna feel it. But if you do not know how, if you cannot put a name on it, you're not likely to be able to, you're likely not going to be able to understand what's actually happening to you at that point in time. So in gang stalking, that's what you have to understand. You have to understand completely that if that when you're being gang stalked, you're pretty much gonna be surrounded by a lot of people that are gonna try to drive you crazy. And in many different ways. So some are gonna give you wrong advice. Gang stalkers can even try to give you diseases by trying to just have unprotected sex with you. Like, or gang stalkers can try to make you like if you're having intimacy with someone who is a gang stalker, they're gonna try to hurt you. They're gonna try to hurt you or they're gonna steal something from you. So intimacy, when you understand that you're being gang stalked, you need to stop all of that because you are gonna most likely encounter one of these people during those encounters. They're gonna be eyeing out for things to steal, for things to take away from you. So I experienced that where I was like gonna hook up with someone, and I had like a door open. So the first thing that they would do is that they would put their things right by the door. you know so you're gonna notice that they are scanning for things to steal from you. So if you're being gang stalked, that's the one thing that you have to understand. You are going to be surrounded by a lot of people that are going to try to be close to you, not to have a good time, but to manipulate you in order to bring you down faster. So look, if you go online, like, I'm going to show you in a little bit. I'm subscribed to a lot of gang stalking channels or groups on Facebook, and none of them are helpful. They just perpetuate, oh, it's directed energy weapons. Oh, they're using B2K. They like a lot of people are wild, and this is the thing: is that you're also gonna have people pretend to be crazy in the head, only to push the narrative that there is something that it's the government. Like gang stalking is so big that the Facebook groups are filled with these people, and they're gonna try to convince you that it's government, that it has to do with the government. And that's the thing is that sometimes personnel that has to do with like the government can be involved in gang stalking. That's how big gang stalking is. It's so big that you can literally meet people from all walks of life that have their life already made. You know, like gang stalking is something so complex and tough to understand that it took me 7 years to snap out of it. Like that's how long it took me to understanding. But I'm gonna give you a shortcut. So you cut off people according to what type of experience that you have. So you have to understand that if you're being gang stalked, pretty much anyone, including your doctor, can be a gang stalker. Hey Ryan, I hope you're doing well. Okay, so we start with a pull up first. Okay, so this one is for arms. So we're gonna do it like this. All right, we're gonna do go like this. How are my arms looking? They look fucking fat. They look all right. Okay, so here we go. And ah, so the primary thing that you need to understand in regards to gang stalking is that it's gonna be incredibly hard to find any type of reliable source of information about the truth of gang stalking. Like, if you happen to experience gang stalking, watch my videos because this is the only channel, dude, where the information has been consistent from the beginning. Like, I began the channel when I was trying to understand gang stalking until I understood it. And the only reason that I am free of it is because I was able to understand it. So here we go. Hang on. So I'm doing like 8 of these, yeah? And one, two, three. My vagina is so juicy. Three, four. Oh my god, my arms are so tired. Four, five, six, seven, eight. Oh, oh. And that's the thing, guys, is that so we're gonna be doing step ups for another 2.5 minutes before we do another set. So the first thing that you need to understand is that most of the world is made out of people that one have no idea what's gang stalking. Two, the gang stalkers want to confuse you, so they're purposely going to give you a lot of wrong information. Three, people are the word gang stalking comes with a lot of heaviness, where it implies that you're either like a crackhead or whatever, or that you have schizophrenia. So, gang stalking is like artificial schizophrenia. It's artificial because you form the schizophrenic thoughts because of gang stalking. Once you leave that place where you are being gang stalked, and if you get rid of all of the people that are perpetuating the gang stalking narrative, you are gonna return to normal. So you can be really, really, really smart, dude. But gang stalking is something so hard to understand that it will literally melt your brain off. It will literally destroy your ability to comprehend reality. That's freaking wild, dude. So
It's gaslighting to manipulate and seek to control others.
exactly, yes, that's very, very, very true. So also,
Exercise, keep it up.
thank you, Lucy. Hi, Lucy. So that's the thing is that if you are being gang stalked, Just I'm letting you know, dude, in this live stream that it is going to be was super difficult to find any source of reliable information about gang stalking. Like it's going to be super difficult to find any type of helpful information about gang stalking. That's just how it is, because most people don't understand it, and the people who understand it because they are part of it. You know what I mean? So the people who understand it don't want anyone else to understand it. It is something that is kept super secret, and that's why that's why I get attacked here on my live streams. If you notice, like I get attacked a lot, and I block a lot of people every day. That's because that's because I'm explaining the truth of gang stalking. It's because gang stalking just is gonna attack anyone that is exposing it. So just understand that I'm gonna get attacked here a lot, which is why I have developed that my system
Do not
where
give consent to anyone trying to manipulate you or your thoughts or point of view.
exactly. So just like how Cecil says, do not give consent to anyone trying to manipulate you or your thoughts or point of view. So anyone that you feel that like if you share an experience with someone, just know that gang stalkers are gonna tell you that you're wrong. They're gonna deny your perspective. You are gonna be gaslighted. So if one person can gaslight someone almost to the point of no return, imagine what a whole town can do to you. So in San Diego, almost an entire town was involved in my gang stalking. I'm not exaggerating. Almost an entire town. I had to leave. I literally had to leave. Like there were times where I was here, just like I went to like the park to run, and I literally had like a fucking kid calling me, "Look, he's crazy," like pointing to me like that. So gang stalking is something so out in the open, but people that know about it talk about it. They don't even talk about it, but they do have like the the victim in
Oh,
common.
wow. In that way.
It is like a cult. Yeah, exactly. It really is. So that's the thing. It's like you have to understand that it's almost like a secret society, but the people that are part of it, they're gonna prop themselves up, and they're gonna be like, oh, yeah, they're the government. They're gonna try to confuse you. So they're gonna tell you that they're demons. They're gonna tell you to just pray. They're gonna tell you that you need an exorcist or that you're crazy. But they are never.
Keep your own thing. Don't
But
listen to
but
the hates. Keep on doing what you do
yeah,
best.
but they're never gonna tell you that you're actually being gang stalked. They will always deny the gangs that gang stalking exists. Or you're also gonna have people tell you things that such as they're gonna pretend to be gang stalkers. Oh yeah, we're watching you. We're watching you. There's a camera here. Like you're gonna have a lot of people tell you a bunch of crazy things that are unsettling, and you're gonna have people put pressure on you in unnecessarily manners. People are gonna actively try to keep you under some type of pressure. Okay, we're doing the next set. So here we go. One, two, three, four, five. Oh, oh my goddess. Five, six, seven, eight. Oh, so by understanding that in gang stalking, you literally are gonna experience a bunch of people put pressure on you. Like by that in itself, you can pretty much understand how
Your
to.
MTF is gang stalking you? Y'all think they're trying to heist your short shorts. That Lucy. True, but it's also good to be aware of malignant narcissist behaviors and warning signs. Okay, bye mom's calling me. Bye guys, take care.
So like listen right now to Matt Sarkovich. So who the hell is gang stalking you? Like I don't know him. You know what I mean? I don't know who that is. But that person,
I'm good people these days.
but that person literally already has a very strong opinion about my story. Do you know what I mean? So you're gonna encounter that a lot in life. So like right now, That's just how it is.
Who the hell are you? We don't want your story. Yes, Sizzle, that matter if your parents neglected to raise you correctly, then don't come up in here and make IT your problem to put you in timeout to consider the consequences of your foolish actions, period.
Hi, Lucy. So that's the thing, dude. So, so that's the thing is that if you experience gang stalking, just understand that you're gonna have a bunch of people try to tell you that. Like, notice that I don't know that person, and he's like, "Who the hell is gang stalking you? No one knows you. You are nothing." Like that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get that everywhere. Look, let me show you what happens on the YouTube on the Facebook groups of gang stalking. Give me 1 second so I can show you. So on YouTube, look,
Chat.
hang on.
Did not be removed or easily removed and or blocked, no exceptions. No warnings.
So if you are, look, let's start with this. So so look what I'm telling you. So if I'm here, right, and the post is this. Below, screenshot a reply from Gangstalker playing the victim. He's a very angry gangstalker, mad at me because I showed him my actual face. I was done with the 3 mile walk. So so look here. Look, guys, we got a gangster commenting here, tried to make me feel some kind of way instead of she's showing her true colors. This is me, my picture, sitting on my back. So look, and so look what people say. They say we're always watching, Marlene. The eye of the pyramid never sleeps. And I put just block anyone who makes you feel uneasy. So there's also what I so she put. So look, everyone tells you get help today. Not everybody's a gang stalker. So notice all of the mixed answers. And look, so I'm gonna show you something else. So when we're doing this, give me a second. Here we go. So you're gonna find that a lot of this is unserious. So I mean they're not wrong, can't even spell stalking. Like these places are not places to look for help. I'm being stalked. Let me put a picture of myself in a public group.
It's not worth it, the glittery intro.
So so this is what I'm telling you. So that's why it's so difficult to actually get any type of helpful information about gang stalking, is because you are going to be trolled left and right. It's so and the people that want you to understand gang stalking are literally overcome by people who don't want to. Like people you're gonna get mocked, you're gonna get laughed at. Like even here, notice how I'm constantly blocking people. So that's part of it. That's part of it. So uh, the reason that this channel is actually working is because of my policy of blocking people. So when when you're being gang stalked, at least me, I I I am kind of a rebel. I don't like to run away from my problems. I literally just face them head on. So when I'm doing something and I know that I'm being gang stalked, I personally sent a link to the people that I knew were gonna send it to everyone else in my gang stalking. So what I did, I began getting a lot of harassment here on my channel. But when I think about it, I was the one that shared the link with them. So I just began blocking them. So that way, when they come, they harass me, and then they get blocked. And I got a bunch of content out of it. Like I made so much content out of that. But that was temporary because I knew there was going to be a point where it was going to be too much. So, I mean, too much harassment for me to handle. So I even got in a fight with one of my moderators because she was moderating. And I was like, no, just can't let it go.
What? This is mind-blowing. I have been told when I was younger that I am always watching by a parent. People have a way of making paranoia set in. Why do people gang stalk?
So look, people simply like if you get gang stalked, um, that means you know don't think too much about it. Gang stalkers are gonna imply that it's your fault. They're gonna tell you that it's a drug treatment. Hey man, they're gonna tell you that that's what you get if you do something that you cannot be put in jail for. Like, excuse me, like gang stalkers
Admin
are gonna
forgot
make you
to
break your
invite
head.
people. And some began stalking me all over the platform for putting them out of the group for rude and disrespectful posts and refusing to follow guidelines.
Yeah. So just know that wherever you go, these these gang stalkers, they literally only bring chaos. They only destroy. So you so anytime that you know that someone is gang stalking you, you need to get rid of them.
Engagement can be so dangerous.
Yeah.
Semicolon.
So you need to get rid of those people.
Same happened on YG too, but I block hundreds of accounts constantly.
Yeah. So like here on YouTube, like I have so many people blocked. It's insane. And it's gonna feel weird because you're gonna think to yourself, how why am I blocking so many people? Like you're gonna block an impossible number of people. But that's the problem is that there is an impossible number of people involved in gang stalking. That is why it's so hard to escape out of it because it is something so impossible, dude. That 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 if you don't accept that, you're never gonna understand gang stalking fully. Hang on, we're doing the next one. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Oh, I'm doing another one after. We're doing 4 sets of bicep curls. So that's the thing. Is that if you the gang stalking is something so impossible that understanding it takes a lot of it takes
Great things happen to you, Sizzle. I love running into you.
it takes a lot of you have to have a really open mind because something so impossible is happening. But if you don't understand it to its full extent, um, you're still gonna be beat by it. Like you simply have to understand it. Gang stalking is literally all encompassing. Like your friends are gonna be turned against you. Your enemies are gonna pretend to like you all for once, and only so that they can fuck you over once they're already your friends. People online are gonna
Gang
harass you.
stalking reminds me of the Matrix movie.
It is. It feels you feel like Neo all of a sudden because it's like the world against you. You know what I mean? But that's just that's just what it is. It's literally a huge group of people against you trying to drive you crazy. And once you clock that, you're good. Like me, I changed
It's a
towns.
small number actually that just troll with bots and are constantly making phony accounts to harassment and bully across the platforms.
So
They search and try to make people crash out.
I changed towns. I have I have to develop a no second opportunity strategy where anyone that says something that I even have that it's all me. Like even if I'm wrong, but if someone harasses me,
Everyone is crazy.
even in a way where I feel like it's gang stalking related, I block them, even if I'm not sure, because not being sure is what keeps the door open of to gang stalkers. So gang stalkers work in this manner. They are nice and then they do little fucked up things to you. It's a mix and match. But the nice is never it's never the niceness is never it never overcome they never overcompensates it never compensates for the bad things that they have done to you. The bad always is greater than the good of their effect. So you have to have a gauge on people
I
everywhere.
make myself a target by being a moderator and calling folks out
Good. So like Moonsong, notice that Moonsong, he's already seasoned. He already knows what's up, and he's developed a strategy. During my gang stalking operation, I had no strategy. I didn't know what was going on. Like if you do not know what's gang stalking, what it's supposed to do, you are not going to be able to develop a strategy that works. I developed my strategies very slowly, and it took me like 7 years. But I wasn't able to fight it for like the first 5 years. So you have to understand the purpose, you have to understand the motivation, and you have to understand the methods. And the methods are so freaking many that it will take almost a lifetime, to be fully unfuckwithable when it comes to gang stalking. So here in the channel, the the this is what a successful anti-gang stalking strategy looks like. What you see here. So, for example, um, anyone that makes me feel like a target at any point, I just get rid of them. I block them immediately. Even if even if I'm not sure. That's just how it's supposed to be. You simply just block those people. It's that easy.
Now some people, maybe they're hungry, or mentally unwell and wish to make others unwell to validate their instability and dullness. Instinct.
Exactly. So Cesar, you're absolutely right. So the thing is that there are so many sociopaths around. Like there are so many sociopathic people that once you are truly are able to see that, you're not gonna even gonna believe it. Even if they are in front of you telling you that they're sociopaths, you're gonna think that they're joking because they are so many. So understanding that that friends of you can turn against you in an instant because of this cult that is like, okay, so that person is the target. All of a sudden, a lot of your friends are gonna turn against you for no apparent reason. So that in itself is the hardest thing to understand. That people that you have never wronged are gonna do everything possible to destroy you. They're gonna look for you. Like that's I'm not exaggerating. So what you have to do is understand that and understand that the primary defense is 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 this is gonna sound wild, but it's getting rid of the people that add any type of disturbance. Look, so like for example, anyone that mistreats me, anyone that harasses me, or I even have the slight suspicion of that they are harassing me online, even if it's like indirect, I block them. Anything that makes you feel uneasy, you get rid of. You literally look. I'm 40 now. I'm 39, and now I realize life is too short to be spending the time with people that make you feel uneasy. It really is way too short, dude. Like, it's not worth it to invest any time in people that don't appreciate you. I've wasted so many amazing years with people that I completely hate now. And that feels awful. That feels awful, 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 awful. It's the worst feeling because it's people that have betrayed you. You know. Mm.
Even people I've opened up to and trusted for years have turned against me and then used my own health care and fight to survive cancer against me.
Yeah. So thank you for sharing all this information with us, Sizzle. But look, that's the thing is that there are so many sociopaths. But understand,
Hungry ghosts.
yeah. So once you understand that there are people that actual evil, like true evil, like sociopathic evil exists, and these people, you're gonna find people that hate you for being yourself. Once you understand that, you can be free because you are going to be able to, once you see this new reality, it's when you're truly free from these people because now you understand what they want and they won't waste your time. I don't understand how these sociopaths literally invest their time with people that they want to manipulate. Like they want to bend people at their will, and I have had an awful taste most of my life with people. I always go for the most sociopathic ones because my brother was a full-on sociopath, and I didn't really fucking know it. So now that I know, I can actually stay clear of these people, but it's because I know now. But look, I am almost 39. I'm almost 40. And I had an amazing life, an amazing life. I've gone to amazing parties. I met amazing people. But I have spent a lot of time, a lot of my most amazing years with people that were not even worth it, But that's the thing is that you wanna have your your level of discernment super sharp so that you spend as less time as possible with people that will end up betraying you. So you always have to have this sense of you always have to be on the lookout for people that are nice interior, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Miracle Love. I hope you're doing amazing. Thank you. So you really, really, really have to understand the existence of these people, their mannerisms, because only that way you're gonna minimize the amount of time that you invest in people. Do you know what I mean? Like I refuse to spend time with people that that are that are not amazing. What? Two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Uh, well, understanding your triggers is your job, and not allowing others to play you is self-care necessary. Yes, exactly. So it's you have to understand that there's people like that that might even greet you with like a friendly face, who might even give you money, who might invest in you, but they are there because they want something else from you. They want control over you. Like sociopathic people are willing to invest money and time for as long as they have control over you in one way or another. So when it comes to money, you have to be super watchful of your money. Like, don't blindly trust a boyfriend, like with your money. Just don't. Become Michael. If you think for a moment that misgendering someone is acceptable, that's what the first time you play. So, so just understand that, like, it took me a long time to really develop enough experience to to understand sociopaths. It took me a lifetime. It really took me a life. It's a long ass time, dude. And not understanding sociopathy almost drove me insane. I lost everything because I didn't understand sociopathy. You know, so you just have to understand that sociopaths are they're everywhere. They can even be children because the parents teach them. I have seen it. It's crazy. And once you understand that sociopathy is super common, if like just know that people that fuck you over, like they from the beginning, that means if anyone fucks you over even a little bit, even verbally, just know that that those people, even regardless of how much amazing time you have spent with them, if someone keeps fucking you over again and again, or keeps telling you that you're not enough, look, I'm gonna give you an example. Look, I went on a speedboat to Catalina Island with a group of friends, and we stopped by this bagel shop, and I got a lemon pepper bagel, and then and my friend, I don't know what my friend got. He was a boyfriend at the time, so I was eating my bagel, enjoying life, and this guy was all like, he was like, "What do you get?" I was like, "Oh, I got lemon pepper bagel," and I was enjoying it. And he was like, "I don't like lemon pepper on my bagel, like that." And I said, "Oh, okay." So I just kept eating it. But then he was looking at me to see my reaction, and then he went, "I don't like lemon pepper on my bagel." And I was like, "All right." And then I kept eating it. And he said it again, "I do not like lemon pepper on my bagel." So I was like, "What do you want me to do about it?" you know, do you want do you want a fucking medal? Do you want me to bring you up? Do you want me to make you sound a mole? Do you want me to bring you some mariachi? You want a fucking party for that? Like, why? Why are you telling me this? I don't give a fuck of what you like or not. So he noticed that he expressed his intention. I don't like blah blah because he wanted me to stop enjoying my food that I paid for. So, like, notice how crazy this is. Someone was trying to stop me from enjoying food that I bought with my own money. Someone, an ex, an ex at that, someone who was supposed to be like my significant other, was trying to make me not enjoy my food with his words. I broke up with him, but that's sociopathy. So people, there's some people that, and look, and I'm self-made. This guy this guy came from a family with money. He had a twin brother. He was a twin. His twin brother was in New York, and he was going to U.S. to the San Diego State University. He was going. So look, and now I have my entire life. People have done those things to me, but I have never caught on to them because most of my life I didn't know that evil existed. I didn't understand evil. But this guy who was born with everything spent so much time with me, and he saw how together I was, and how much I enjoyed my life, and he was trying to take that away from me. So sociopaths will come in all shapes and forms, like people will try to. But notice that the I don't like lemon pepper. Yeah, you're right, Sizzle. That's beyond controlling. It's fucking insane. But that's just how people are. Like, there are people that will see you. They see you, and they're gonna know that you are beautiful, that you are happy, that you have your shit together, and they see something in you that they don't have. So they're gonna try to take your happiness away from you. And I've encountered so many people like that, but because I didn't understand it, I kept falling for the same type of person my entire life, dude. Like, now I know better, so I will do better. But that's the problem. Is that it took a lot for me to understand that people like that exist. A lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot to understand that people like that exist. Money does not buy class or proper upbringing, obviously, by the current multimillionaires. They're attracted when they try to destroy someone. Yeah. So exactly. So these people literally will be attracted to whatever they want to destroy. I'm telling you again, they will. And this is the thing, is that a lot of times they see, like if you go out with someone who has insecurities, they will hate you for them. Even they might be like your boyfriend or whatever, but they're gonna project their insecurities onto you, and they're gonna hate you for being who you are. You know, like that ex, his name was Will Flores. He was always comparing himself to me, always comparing himself to me in every single way, shape, and form, all the time. So once you understand that that like there's literally like there's so many sociopaths, and you keep your mind open to the accepting that people are complex, and there's plenty of people that are sociopaths. So you have to be really aware that, like, keep the way to think is to keep your mind open to the possibility of anyone being a sociopath. Like, but when you understand that, there's a point where you just where with experience, you just know who's a sociopath and who isn't. You know what I mean? Like you just know. But but it's that's just how it is. Like I had a friend, Han, who literally who literally messaged me and was like, you should become an escort or something like that. Someone, a friend, was encouraging me to become an escort. He was like, you should do porn or something. Why don't you become an escort? Dude, what the hell? I told him, I actually have standards, so no, my mom will get really mad. But I literally had a bunch of people push that onto me. Like, you're my friend. You're supposed to be my friend. Why are you gonna suggest for me to become an escort? So I blocked him. I blocked so many people in the past year, in the past couple of years, because of that. So when you be in Gangstalk, you have to have the understanding that you're gonna meet a lot of people. They're gonna give you wrong advice. So this was saying, I saw the exact same spam. Take your streaming and other live streams. This is not the time of the place. Trust and adjust yourself accordingly. They want everyone to be as miserable as they are. So Arkaner says we flooded the borders. We abstain our government. We turn in New York City. Says makeup plays you into wars, and you don't know on USA's birthday. Dude, go somewhere else. Andy Sultan is saying freak. So, oh, he's already hidden. Lemon poppy seed. It was lemon poppy seed and pepper. What else? So, Miracle, if you think so, Roman, that measuring someone is acceptable flex of wit, you are sadly mistaken in total fuck wit. Nice interior, Miss Champion. Hey. So I think Miracle was joking. I don't know. I might be wrong. I said people for environmentally unwilling. So yeah. So look, I have all respect for escorts. I have respect for escorts. I do. I don't mean it. I didn't say that in a degrading manner. To be honest with you, I totally would like I I would totally do that for money. Like I don't like I would. But the fact that a friend, he was pushing this. He was pushing me escorting in a scary way. He was way too insistent on that. Like that is not a friend. But yeah, like when I say I I mean that with all respect of the world. Like I don't mean it as derogatory. But when you have someone who's supposed to be your friend persistently be persistent about and encouraging when you have told them several times that you have no interest in selling your body, that's fucking wild. And also, look, I have met sex workers who are amazing. Please don't take it. I don't mean it in any derogatory manner. Okay, so I'm gonna rest a couple of minutes and then we're gonna change the exercises. The next exercise that we're doing is gonna be push-ups and more step-ups. Okay. So, like the truth is that you simply, if you are looking for to understand gang stalking, don't. You're gonna get more. You're gonna find information all around you. Who added here? So, what the fuck? Andre, I already blocked them. I know him. I have to block him. So someone added me to a group where there's a bunch of people that I know are gang stalkers. That's fucking wild. That is so wild, dude. Else, Craig, a bunch of crackheads. Just Montoya. What Keith is that? This is wild. Who's the admin? Chat info. What is this? That's weird. I feel like I should just leave this group. That's weird. I got added into a group that is wow. Coochie Cookie Cutter Club. Here, hit me up a personal message. No, yeah, that'd be cool. Virgil. I'm getting added to a really weird group. I'm leaving this group. Yeah, just get rid of that group, my friend. Yeah, that's weird. That was wild. So I got added to a group with a bunch of crackheads that I know from the past. So look, even it has been so many years where I have like blocked all of these people. Like these, a lot of these people will actively still try to get in touch with you, dude, which is wild as hell. So in the end, you have to understand that gang stalking doesn't really truly stop. but it evolves. So you have to keep evolving your defense. Like now that I have been gang stalked for like 8 years, 8, 7, 8, 9 for like 9 years. I have been gang stalked for like 9 years. Um, so now that I have been gang stalked for 9 years, I simply just block anything or anyone that is unpleasant, and that's it. That's how I live my life. Is anything that is unpleasant, for as small as it might be, I simply get rid of. Like I don't accept any type of BS in my life anymore. Once you do that, you are truly free of gang stalking. But that's what you have to do. So I'm hungry. Let's go get something to eat. Ah, so yeah, guys. I'm hungry. I'm so hungry. There's pork and beans. I'm gonna have a little bit of that. Ah. So I only did one exercise for arms. I have to do at least three more and a little bit of cardio. But yeah, I can't believe that this is my third consecutive day of working out. You know what I mean? Like literally third day working out, dude. It's wild. So it's super important, guys, to understand that gang stalking is something like once you get the hang of it, it's super easy to beat. But you have to understand it. Like you cannot beat gang stalking if you don't understand what it is. So that's why in gang stalking, everyone does as much as possible to prevent you from understanding it. So I'm not sure if you guys have been here since the beginning, but I have gotten so much pushback on this channel. So people are like, "You're a liar. You're making stuff up," and someone was all like, "Don't do anything that this guy says. He's a gang stalker." Like I have been accused of being a gang stalker, of of doing all kinds of wild things. But notice that there's peace now. So that's the sign that you are succeeding in beating gang stalking. Is when you suddenly experience peace. So when you're being gang stalked, there's no peace. You have people constantly be in your life, and they push themselves into your life in order to create chaos. So just understand that get a living when you're living your life as a victim of gang stalking, there's going to be a lot of chaos. Like a lot of chaos. So you will literally like peace will be something that you forget about. You will not have the ability to experience peace because that's just how it is. That's just how gang stalking is. Like peace disappears, you won't understand it. You're gonna experience a bunch of people literally try to hang out with you only to make your life miserable. And if it gets really bad, it will extend all the way to your professional life. These people are literally gonna try to destroy everything that you do. So so when you have peace, that's when you know that you're on the right path. It's when you actually have peace. So what are you guys saying? Let's see. Uh, I was gangsta for 2 years by my ex. I'm so sorry, Mr. Rogers. Okay, guys. So this is what we're gonna do. So we're having vegetables, meat, chicken, and beans. Okay. So I'm probably not gonna talk a lot while I'm eating. I'm gonna be on my phone a little bit. So if you're watching this live, I'm sorry, but I gotta eat. If you're watching this after, feel free to fast forward. So what I'm gonna do now is that I am gonna just chill and then just look at what you guys are saying and eat. So let's just like hang out. I'm sorry you're about to hear me chew. You're gonna hear. So I'm sorry. This needs a lot of salt. I need salt inside my puchai, inside my juicy pusai. Salt. Okay, so let's see. Mm, no lettuce. No lettuce, dude. Just we have cauliflower. Hey, Drea, how we doing? Good. 3 in a row. Great job. Thank you, JPP. I miss some people, but I don't miss how it made me feel on a daily basis when interacting with horrible people in the shit show. I totally agree with you. PW Will Win says you need to start your own Zoom. People really need your help. Good info. Thank you so much. So that's the whole idea of this channel is to have all of these conversations available and open because they're not anywhere. Like there's no actual help of gang stalking, but what I tell everyone, uh, if you see something, if there's information there, contrast how the help impacts your experience with gang stalking. If you apply something, an advice that someone told you, and your gang stalking got worse, that means that that person gave you wrong advice. And you're gonna notice that you're gonna have a lot of people try to push you in a particular direction. But if you think about it, a lot of this advice is gonna be advice that is meant to destroy you. Like I had people mm, try to keep me up for days. You shouldn't sleep. Why don't you come with us and party and play? And I was like, no, I'm tired. And they were like, oh, come on, just drive over here. And it was like fucking far. So you're gonna understand that in gang stalking, a lot of people are gonna actively give you advice that is meant to fuck you over. So you analyze all the advice. Um, if any of you guys mm, have questions about gang stalking, if you're thinking of a strategy, please feel free to ask me. Like I'm here. That's what I'm here. You know what I mean? Like I lived it. I don't want you to have to go through it. So just understand that the reason that I have these live streams is to help you guys understand gang stalking, so that you overcome it a lot faster and you don't lose 7 years of your life to it. So Siobhan says, I feel like hell not getting into the college I wanted. Why didn't you get into the college you wanted? And Sizzle, which comment do you not see? I'll show you. I'll show you who it is. But yeah, like zero tolerance is the best thing because you don't give an opportunity to predators to mess with you. By the way, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Someone's just saying you should go on a bulk. I'm good. I'll get fat if I go on a bulk. I don't do enough exercise to go on a bulk. I don't bulk. I just get stronger. Give me ideas to more silence to more. I silence when there is no silence in the workplace. I'm sure you know what I mean by that. So, we'll win that information that you're I don't understand what you're trying to say. It doesn't make any sense to me. Can you please elaborate? I need to wash clothes too. Hey, Hideshi. Okay. Mm. So, Siso, how have you been? I hope you're doing good. I haven't heard from you. I have seen you in the live streams, but we haven't like chatted. So, Woven says they have certain technology, right? So, imagine perps using technology to know moves. You can go to Asia Security. I need just to keep it my peace. So, look, mm, first, you change the name of your phone. I'm gonna tell you something. On my phone, do you know how when you have an iPhone, it says your name and then iPhone? Like, for example, I'm gonna show you. So, on my phone, the name of my phone is Sonia. So, or I can change it to Sonia's iPhone. So, my name is Efren. If you are a victim of gang stalking, don't on your iPhone, don't name it whatever iPhone. Don't name it like your iPhone or anything that people can associate with you. So, so if you do that, they're not gonna know it's your phone. So I'm telling you this, they have a little bit of technology. It's not a technology of gang stalking that people think that they have. They don't have this wild technology where people think that gang stalkers have the ability to read your thoughts or to put voices in your head. No. When you start hearing voices, mm, when or you start feeling technology, if you start feeling sensations on your body, that means that your mind is getting in that special gang stalking state of mind. So when you start hearing voices and feel unexplainable sensations, just know that that is because over the years, gang stalking puts your mind in a special place where it's programmable. Mm. Your mind will produce weird, unexplainable sensations. You're gonna start having spasms. Like your mind's gonna go haywire. Gang stalking fries your mind. So once you understand that, that's why people say that gang stalkers have can read your thoughts. It's because victims of gang stalking experience experience things that are unexplainable and where they cannot find the information anywhere. Mm. If you ever get to the point where you're hearing voices in your head, write me a comment on a live stream or on any of my videos, and I will teach you how to turn your mind back to normal. But when if it gets to that point, that means that you're probably surrounded by gang stalkers like all the time. So you're gonna have to change to move somewhere else to keep your life very down low, like where you're not gonna tell anyone where you live. Like you're gonna have to keep your life very secret. Mm. Yes, it has been some time I've been taking a break. Yeah, well, I'm glad. I hope that break helped you. So, like, so that's the first thing that you have to do is that you have to understand that. Yeah, friend, I thought that, but I have to distribute. I promise you, they have this stuff. No voice. I think they will. Look, I know what you feel. I believe that too. I believe it so much. But game stalkers are always playing this game with you, where they are trying to guess what you're thinking. Mm. And look, gang stalking does something to your mind where if you believe something is true, your mind will manifest it. Like, like if I believed that I was being attacked with directed energy weapons, and I swear to you, I felt like a laser beam hit me, and I felt genuine pain. I would also hear voices, and they would sound so real, you know. But the only reason that the voices went away was because I learned how to control them. So, like, if you believe that gang stalkers will say pizza because you're thinking of pizza, just know that what gang stalking does is that you can have hallucinations. If you believe that gang stalkers say what you think, your mind will produce that. Gang stalkers will say words that are relevant to make you think that they can read your thoughts. It's a trick. I promise you, for all that it's holy, that is a trick. Mm. Look, this is how you test it. What I did, I tested that. Look, I tested if they could read my thoughts by thinking this. I love finger banging my pussy. That's what I was thinking for weeks. Because gang stalkers are not gonna say that because it's so stupid, right? So the only reason, or you can think Rupelstinsky, Parangwarikutirimikwaro, think something so unlikely so that you to make them have to prove to you that they can read your mind. say my pussy is so juicy and chimeric. You know, and look, and so gang stalking does this really weird thing where look, gang stalkers talk. They never allow you to see when they are talking to you. Like they either cover their mouth or they talk when they're behind you. They move behind you and then they say, "We're watching you" or whatever. But that is literally training your mind so that you hear a voice whenever someone is behind you. So gang stalking is manipulating your mind to create an illusion. I did that. I thought of a dick and they put it on a package. No, no, dude. So what happens is that you believe that. So you have been made to believe that. So you see the relationship where there is none. You have been conditioned so good that you have that belief. Like that's all in your head. And look, it's an illusion. It's a trick that they made in your mind. So look, I'm just letting you know. Mm, then your job. Let's say that you believe that. Then why do you try imagining something else? They're gonna get it right 100% of the time if it's true. Think of the craziest shape and see if they get it. Just know that you're gonna find flaws. Like you're focusing, your perceptions are have been messed with. You are focused on finding coincidences. Mm. So gang stalking changes how you perceive reality. So what you have to do is that you have to test it. You have to test for flaws in the logic until you find enough flaws to the point where your mind is convinced. Like right now, your mind is fully convinced that they have technology. You have been brainwashed. So what you have to do is look for flaws in the logic. Doing it once and they got it right, anyone can do that. Who like drawing a dick on a package is something that is so common. Why don't you imagine drawing like a happy face with one eyebrow or with a diamond shape? You have to look for the flaws. If you look for confirmation, you're gonna find it because that is how the mind is meant to work. If you believe something, your mind is gonna look for why it's true, and your mind is capable of creating evidence, especially if you use drugs. So the first thing that you need to do is, first of all, if you're being harassed at work, you need to talk to HR. Mm. Yeah, so the voices, they go away. Look, the voices are caused by people and by drugs. So if you hear voices, take a vacation from work. Take a vacation for like a week, and you're gonna see that the voices are gonna mellow out. Mm. When it comes to you're gonna, but for the voices to truly go away, you have to be by yourself for a while. You have to eliminate the possibility of having people that participate in gang stalking around you. I'm gonna finish that later. So we're gonna continue working out. So just know that, and I'm gonna tell you something. Is that it is more than that. You should have to come to Texas and see this for yourself. No, I'm not just a labor here, no drugs. Look, just know that it's all a trick. It's all a trick, dude. And you're gonna have a lot of people trying to convince you that it isn't. Just understand that. And someone is saying drug of choice. My drug of choice is your mom's pussy. That's my drug of choice. Mm, I love eating my drug of choice every day. It's so yummy. Your mama's pussy. I love it so much. It's so yummy. Yum yum yum. Glenn Carhill's mom's pussy in my tummy. Yummy yummy. Okay, here we go, guys. So we're doing the next one. Oh my god, I love this song. So look, believe whatever you want, but look, just how you are willing to believe that they have technology, just how you are willing to believe someone on the internet, books, just know that there's a lot of patents of things that are not developed.
Please be kind and respectful in chat.
So I'm telling you right now. Look, test my theory. Test this. Do everything possible to convince your mind that those look. Gang stalking is something so big, dude, that there is a whole system of making people believe that gang stalkers have technology. Just understand that. There's a whole system. So once, that's what I mean by understanding gang stalking. As long as there's a little bit of doubt in your mind that they have this technology, you can still be your mind can still be made to believe those stories because you have a group of people feeding you the narrative. So that's why it's so important for you to control the people around you, to control who is around you, not control the people, but control who is around you. If someone is telling you about technology constantly, you have to block them. Like don't engage in those conversations. Stay out of it because there's going to be a lot of people trying to put doubts in your mind. And that's the hardest thing of gang stalking is because gang stalking puts you in such a profound state of confusion that it becomes super difficult to to see the reality, which is they don't have technology. It's all a fucking trick. But it's such a good trick, dude. It's such a good trick that is so effective that it works on it will work on almost any person except those who are initiated into understanding what gang stalking is. So that's what you have to understand, dude. Okay, here we go. So we're doing bicep curls. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12. Oh, my pussy. Now we're doing step ups for 3 minutes. So once you understand that gang stalking is a bunch of people trying to make you believe these crazy stories, you are going to be able to escape it. So gang stalking puts your mind in another reality. So so that's what you have to understand, dude. Is that as long as you are confused and as long as you do not understand how gang stalking works, you can be gang stalked. But once you understand it, you can never be gang stalked again. That's the thing, is that you have to understand it so to escape it. But it's something so complex that it's especially once you are in the gang stalking situation, understanding it gets harder because you are more confused. And this is the whole of the channel, is to unconfuse people so you don't believe all the crazy theories out there. So gang stalking is pretty much a bombardment of possibilities. So your entire life you have um perceived things a certain way. So what gang stalking does is that it injects different ways to perceive reality. And then everything has, and then your mind kind of gets open to the possibility of interpreting one thing 10 different times. So your brain gets stuck because it's trying to figure out how to interpret some things. So you just have to make a decision and then stop your mind from ruminating on or questioning how to interpret reality. So your brain is literally just put it in this weird state of mind where you kind of do not know how to interpret the things that keep happening to you. And that's gang stalking. But once you know how gang stalking works, you can beat it because you're not questioning what it means or how it is or why. But you have to have a solid understanding of what gang stalking is to be able to escape it. That's why I'm here. So, look, Will, you will win, but look, listen to me. Apply what I'm telling you at 100%. If it doesn't work, you're gonna know I'm lying. If it works, you know I'm right. So that's what you have to do. You have, like, that's how you understand if someone. That's how you decide if someone is actually helping you. You try what they're teaching you, and if it doesn't help, if their advice was wrong, you stop watching them or you stop listening to them. But if it helps, then you keep listening because you want to learn more. Give a try. Try to understand it. Suspend everything that you believe you know about gang stalking, and make an effort to understand it how I'm explaining it to you. Try to understand it, and allow your mind to accept gang stalking at least for a week on how I'm explaining it to you, and then decide. But don't close your mind to what I'm telling you because it's only gonna make your gang stalking work worse. Look, believe, try believing that you have no control and that you're being attacked by directed energy weapons 24/7. Like, notice that the beliefs will either make your gang stalking operation worse or they're gonna make you feel better. So, believing that you're attacked 24/7, that you have voices projected into your mind, that literally takes all the power away from you. Gang stalkers try to take all of the power away from you. But believing that gang stalkers are manipulating your mind to believe all of these crazy ideas, that gives you the power back to you. It's all back on your plate. So now, with that power, you can make choices. You can decide, well, if I stay away from this person is not gonna allow. I'm not gonna allow this person to manipulate me. And then compare how your life responds or your gang stalking experience changes depending on your beliefs. Believing that they have technology, they have all powerful technology, that everyone is involved, that they're poisoning your food, that all of these crazy things are real, that the government is involved. All of that, just notice how paranoid all of believing those things make you. That's how you know what gang stalkers want you to believe. If gang stalking information that is meant to destroy you, is gonna make your gang stalking worse. It's gonna take out your peace of mind. It's gonna make you paranoid. Everything that makes you paranoid is part of gang stalking. Everything that isn't, it's not. So get rid of everything that makes you paranoid. Everything, anyone that offends you, anyone who is rude to you, anyone that tries to dissuade you into using drugs, into having unprotected sex, into doing things that can have the potential to put you in trouble. That's what you do. That's how you resolve that. You simply pay attention. Do you used to say moist every 2 seconds? Not right now. I do moist, moist, moist. So, I'm super moist and juicy. So, that, my friend, that is how you resolve your problems of gang stalking. You see the information, you see the possibilities, and then you analyze how those people or those things that are being said to you or done to you impact you. So gang stalkers want you to lose everything. So just make sure to take actions that help you keep what you have and that help you make build more. Gang stalkers want to break you and want you to lose everything. So any action that you take that destroys you is something that gang stalkers want for you. It's that simple. Gangs Once you understand gang stalking, it's so easy to see. Okay, so we're doing another set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh my god, my puchina is so juicy. So, I hope that answered your question. And I'm more juicy. Hey, you're so juicy. You totally are more moist and juicy. So, still, yeah, I still question what is the objective of gang stalking. It's just to make someone lose everything and get entertainment out of it. So one of the things that gang stalkers have gotten out of me is the things that they have stolen from me. I have gotten poppers stolen from me, money, a lot of clothes, branded glasses. So whenever gang stalkers whenever you're a target, you are people will steal all kinds of shit from you. Like to gang stalkers, you're kind of a free for all. So they will steal everything they can get away with stealing from you. They will abuse you. They will do whatever they want with you. That's what they get. They get their sociopathic tendencies. They can express their sociopathic tendencies. Poppers is something that you sniff when you're having sex. That intensifies everything. So in gang stalking, you become a target. You literally become a target. It to them is entertainment. So that's literally what you do. You simply they get a kick out of making you crazy. That's the goal, dude. It's just entertainment. So you simply get rid of absolutely anyone that pushes that onto you. And that's the thing is that you stop being preoccupied with your life, so your life takes a pause. Your life is on hold, dude. That's the worst part, dude. Is that you cannot move forward in life because your life itself, you're stuck. It literally keeps you stuck, dude. So the best way to beat gang stalking is to keep pushing your life forward, to keep improving and to keep accomplishing things, and to get rid of anyone that stops you from doing that. It's that simple, dude. It's really that simple. So this is my second. I think I'm gonna do a third one in a little bit. Why is my pusai so jusai? That was funny when someone asked me what was my drug of choice, and I told them that it was their mom's pusai. So yeah. Like, isn't that weird, dude? That I'm literally working out and someone is asking me what is my drug of choice? Like, don't you think that's freaking weird? So, like, before I used to ruminate in regard to all of those things, those weird things that people used to say to me or ask me, such as, what is your drug of choice? I would be questioning, was that gang stalking related or not? So I assume it is. So I just block. So gang stalkers, they pretty much try to put ideas in your mind. Like, why is someone asking me about drugs when I'm working out? Imagine if a total stranger would come up to you and be like, what is your drug of choice at the gym? Like, isn't that weird? So, look, those things, that is an attack. That is a psychological attack, dude. So, that is meant to make me think of substances. Because why else? What would be the logical reason of anyone asking me what is my drug of choice during my workout? You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. It's not logical. So, gang stalking is illogical in that aspect, but it's logical when you look at it from a lens of sociopathy. So, for example, someone is trying to control what you think. So, how can I make someone think about drugs? Do you ask them, what is your drug of choice? So, that is a psychological attack. Psychological attacks are meant to make you think of things that will work against you. So, someone is literally trying to make me think of drugs. And it's like, I have someone not long ago ask me, don't you love how the first rep feels? It feels like you're just hitting the pipe filled with crack. Someone literally told me that about the first rep in exercise. So why are you trying to make me associate working out with using drugs, with a crack pipe? So and that's the thing is that Do you see how that comment was a little off-putting? What is your drug of choice? In the middle of a freaking workout live stream where we're talking about gang stalking. So like that's what gang stalking is. And look, you don't have to over the years, if I wouldn't block people like that, people honestly, before I understood gang stalking, I would have hundreds of people message me those things. So what is your drug of choice? Do you feel like smoking crack? Do you shoot up? Do you like shooting up drugs? I had people try to motivate me to like shoot up drugs, dude. They would leave syringes with drugs by my car. And but notice it's always an album. They can always be like, oh, they were just there. What makes you that's so this is the thing is that when you're being gang stalked, you have to understand that psychological attacks are that attacks are meant for your mind. And if you're constantly thinking of those things, you're gonna take an action about that. Okay, so we're doing this one. I'm gonna do another one. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 12. So, like, that's what you have to understand. Is that is that gang stalking is people attacking you psychologically, and a gang stalker told me this. Psychological attacks do their work over time, and they cannot be blocked and they cannot be detected. So, but that's a lie. They can be detected. But gang stalkers believe that their psychological attacks cannot be detected because most people don't are not looking out for psychological attacks. So that's why you just like that person. Oh, like that person. So look, let me show you this. So look, so look at this comment. You're a pedophile. Do you see that? And then look at this. I'm getting ignored the way he ignores his toothbrush. That's why drugs are bad, kids. So notice, but look at my teeth. They're perfect. So notice that gang stalking attacks, um, they're gonna come from any person all the time, and that's why you simply block them. Eastbourne domestic abuser admits assault. So, so that's what you have to understand, guys, is that gang stalking is so big that the attacks are gonna come to you from any place, and they can be anyone. But notice that I'm experiencing this and I'm showing you this. However, I'm not necessarily paranoid. I'm aware and I'm talking about it. And I am responding to any of those attacks where I simply block anyone that is doing those things. So that's what your answer has to be to those people. You simply have to block them because that's just how it is. That's how gang stalking is, dude. So, whew, that's a lot to talk, huh? So that's the whole idea of these slashings, dude, is to talk about the reality of gang stalking, explain why, when, how, and make it common knowledge. So just know that the reason that I get attacked here like that is because there is no other way I can get attacked. You know what I mean? Like I have like on my social media, like Facebook is really selective now. Like you actually have to almost have an ID to have like a Facebook profile. You know what I mean? Like you have to like claim your identity. So like I blocked a lot of people on Facebook. I blocked a lot of people here on YouTube. But in gang stalking, you can expect people to just attack you for no reason. Like that's just how it is, and you simply deal with it how I dealt with it. You block those people and don't pay them any type of attention. You just block them and move forward. But that's just how you're supposed to do things. That's gang stalking, dude. And that's why I'm telling you, you don't go out. Look, I made this channel not looking for help on gang stalking. I made this channel offering help on how to get rid of the problem. You know, and I'm telling you right now that if you ever go out, you become loud about gang stalking, you are gonna get harassed by a bunch of people. Just know that. So, what do? You block them immediately. You don't interact with them. You simply block them, and you may use them as comic relief. Like someone who told me, "What's your drug of choice?" And I told them that it was their mom's pussy. So, and then you block them. So, just understand that. And when you're online, expect gang stalkers to try to convince you that you're crazy. They're going to call you schizophrenic. They're going to call you a drug addict. You're going to be called all of these things. But that's why it's so important for you to know who you are and to stop doing anything that will make it easier for them to fry your brain. So you don't allow them to fry your brain by taking good care of yourself. Stop using any drugs. Don't drink. Work out. Be become an example of a human being where you simply do the best that you can to be the best that you can be. Get a job, make money, and stay away from anyone that makes you feel uneasy. Understand that you are not going to find a lot of information online that is actually helpful. This is the only channel on the entire internet that actually gives information that helps victims of gang stalking. If you are a victim of gang stalking, apply everything that I'm suggesting, and you are going to see that your gang stalking situation is going to ameliorate. It's going to get better. It's going to improve. Following my advice will improve your life regardless of you being gang stalked or not. In gang stalking, you have to pretty much understand that you're going to have a lot of people push pretty much throw themselves to be part of your life. And once they are in, they're going to try to fuck you over. That is gang stalking, plain and simple. So once you understand that, you're gonna have more tooth, to 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 block people, to kick people out of your life, because people that come into your life should add to your life, not take away. So anyone that takes away any type of that takes away any pleasant moment from your life, you get rid of them. Gang stalkers don't want you to feel good. They try to take that away from you. They will try to poison every memory that you have. So you block, 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 block. Dos tres trucos. Dos tres trucos. I'm just kidding. Okay, so let's get some water. We're gonna do laundry. Oh, why is my pussy so moist and juicy? You know what I mean? Guys, why is my pussy so juicy? Like, I'm just like walking around all moist, like my pussy. And my pussy is like super juicy and moist. You know what I mean? It's like I'm just trying to like live my life like a Disney princess that I am. And then my pussy is all juicy. Don't you have that problem where you're just like living your life and then your puchina just is all juicy? It's like I'm just trying to live my life, but my puchina gets all juicy all of a sudden. My puchana's so moist and juicy, dude. Ah, dos, tres trucos. Dos, tres trucos. So, I'm gonna read the comment in a little bit. Hang on. Ah, what's up? Who sent me a comment? Let's see. Have you experienced them trying to recycle handles back to you once you remove them? It's kind of funny. Yeah. So there's people that I have blocked who try to talk to me again, but that's gonna happen. It's part of it. So look, gang stalkers, they are driven by pride and by their ability to f with you, and by seeing their reaction, your reaction. So if you experience gang stalking and you block them immediately without any type of interaction, they're gonna get mad because they didn't have the opportunity to mess with you. They tried, but then they see themselves as unsuccessful. And there is nothing more to them, there's nothing worse to them than seeing themselves as a failure. So that's why if you're being gangsta, anyone that creates any type of unpleasant experience in your life, you have to immediately get rid of. I'm gonna take out the trash. Hang on. Give me 1 second. I need to wash my pussy. Dos, tres trucos! Hola. Es que ando a gusto. Eh, yo no la dejé sucia, la dejó el secate. Hay una rodea que dice, ay, mana, ¿cómo le das para tener dos hombres, para tener tantos hombres? Y luego la rola dice, dos, tres trucos, dos, tres trucos. Y eso es lo que estaba cantando nomás, dos, tres trucos. ¿Qué es lo que ya la meta? Dos, tres trucos. Okay, so I'm gonna bring you with me. Hang on. Ay, mana, ¿cómo le haces para tener tantos hombres? Dos, tres trucos. Dos, tres trucos. So, like, just know, like, going back to your question, hang on. To your question about that says, have you experienced them trying to recycle handlers? So, I don't like the word handlers. I honestly don't. Because it makes it feel like almost like too conspirational. Even though gang stalking is conspiratory, it just feels like when it comes to it, it makes it seem bigger than what it is. So if you experience gang stalking, you have to understand that gang stalkers are gonna try to paint a super complicated image of gang stalking to confuse you and to keep you from understanding what gang stalking actually is. Once you understand that gang stalking is just a bunch of ugly people trying to drive someone crazy, like once you get that and once you understand that it's just a bunch of psychological attacks. ¿Qué hiciste con los cables? Yo no los dejé así de enredados. ¿Qué hiciste con los cables? Yo no los dejé así. Sí. So, what you have to do is to take the power away from gang stalking. And by taking the power away is by seeing it with more clarity. So, like out of in reality, you just have to understand that gang stalking is fucking huge. It really, really, really is. And you also have to understand that it's super easy to turn people against you. Like, and the thing about gang stalking is that there's so many people involved that these people will literally say whatever they want about you as long as they turn people against you. They will make things up and they will set you up to to make to create evidence. Like they will try to frame you as a bunch of things. So like just like you saw here that like someone literally just came into my chat and was like, "You're a pedophile." Like that's gonna be such a common occurrence if you're a victim of gang stalking. People are gonna accuse you of everything under the sun, and there's people that are actually gonna believe that about you because they don't know better. So you have to understand that first and foremost. There's people who actually believe that there's something wrong with you, that you're a criminal, and you're also gonna have people just just be sociopaths and know the truth. But the bigger your gang stalking operation, just know that there's going to be more people who actually believe that you did something awful because there's a lot of people involved. But there's not really going to be evidence. But you're not going to know that. So just know that that's part of gang stalking. Like in gang stalking, you are going to have a bunch of people try to destroy you. And they're going to tell you a bunch of different stories. But the truth, you're never going to know it. And that's going to add to your confusion. So you're always going to be confused if you're gang stalked. Just know that, like right off the bat, you're gonna be confused all of the time. So once you understand gang stalking, you're not gonna be confused anymore. And when you're not confused anymore, you have your power back. So the online places are like visiting Facebook groups and all that. Those places are simply gonna worsen your situation because they're gonna be more confusing. Because no one is gonna give you a straight answer on what gang stalking is. You're gonna get information that points to every single direction. And look, if you just happen to be a victim of gang stalking, honestly, don't participate in any other gang stalking group. Just check out my videos and apply what I'm telling you, and assume that everything that I tell you in this channel about gang stalking is true. And then if it affects you negatively, you will know that I'm a farce. But if it helps you, you will know that I'm telling the truth. And I'm telling you right now, it's gonna help your gang stalking situation. I have had people donate me a bunch of money because they were able to understand gang stalking. This is the only place on the only place on the internet with the truth of gang stalking. And and I'm the only one who tells you, you don't have to believe anything I say until it works for you. So don't just believe me, but use your judgment and use your intuition. And I know that experiencing gang stalking is super confusing, it's super wild, and just know that I was supposed to do the laundry, but then my mom told me to do something, so I got distracted. So now I have to like continue with my exercise. So that's what is super important to understand, guys. We're almost over the live stream, by the way. So just don't forget to subscribe and understand that it's not going to be easy for most people to find helpful information about gang stalking. You are only going to find contradicting information online. But subscribe to the channel and apply what I suggest. And you are going to see that what we talk about will help your gang stalking situation. So apply it and see for yourself. See for yourself. And anything that makes you can safely assume that anything that makes you stressed out, that makes you concerned, so like gang stalkers will try to always make you concerned, to make you paranoid. That will if you have so if you like these people are willing to do everything. They can have sex with you and then tell you, I think you need to go get tested. Like, I'm not kidding. People, someone told me that actually a while ago. As soon as I left their house, like after we pounded, this dude was like, I think you need to go get tested, which I did, and I was clean. But still, so that's what you have to understand is that these people are gonna be people that will lay in bed with you and will actively try to destroy you and make you stressed. So if you're being gang stalked, like honestly, like don't have sex with people. Just don't, because most of the time, it's gonna lead to a negative experience. One, two, three, four, five, uh, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, that was three exercises. One, two, three, and yeah, like, and I'm sharing all of these stories with you so that you understand of what can actually happen. And so that's what you have to understand, guys. That gang stalking is all encompassing, and the less you understand, the better for the gang stalkers. So in this channel, I'm telling you all the truth about it. And the thing is that this doesn't only apply to gang stalking, but this applies to life in general. Life is too short to spend it with people that don't add anything to your life. So be as financially independent as possible. Be the best version you can be. Try to acquire as much money and try to keep and do everything possible to stay healthy. Because gang stalkers want you to be fat, ugly, low self esteem, no money, broke, nothing, no house, no car. They want you to have nothing. So they literally do everything possible to turn your mind against you. So what you have to do is not allow these people to do that to you. So you have to get rid of anyone that gives you any type of comment that is uncalled for, anything that it doesn't feel good. And look, as you guys see, there's a lot of that I still encounter, and it has been so many years. Like I've been gang stalked for 10 years now, 10 fucking years, still on here on my live stream. So that's the thing is that it's never gonna stop, and the only thing that you can do is develop strategies to make sure that these people do not have the ability to get a hold of you, and feel comfortable blocking people. Because let me tell you, you are gonna block so many fucking people that it's gonna just feel wild, dude. Like wild as hell. So please take care of yourself, guys. We're done. And we're done with today's live stream, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Just know that I love you. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. And just understand, you, that gang stalking is something super complicated. But if if you become part of the channel, the advice that I'm gonna give you is gonna help you navigate gang stalking with such clarity that that you're gonna be over the gang stalking hump right away. So to be clear, gang stalkers may mirror your phone. They may get a copy of your car. They will do everything possible to make you look schizophrenic. Just know, like, that's actually a thing. But if you are smart and if you follow my advice, we can stop that before it gets really bad. So don't forget to subscribe. And if you happen to be a victim of gang stalking and you have a question, if there is something about gang stalking that you want to know, just understand that I have about a decade of experience in beating gang stalking. So subscribe and please feel free to ask me any questions because that's what I'm here for. I am here to help you with this gang stalking situation. My goal is to explain everything that is gang stalking to the point where everyone knows it exists, how it works, what it does to people, how, when, what, who, where, everything. And once gang stalking is common knowledge, I will be super happy. Like, that's what I want. So just please don't go to Facebook groups or whatever. But just know that most of the content about gang stalking will keep you confused. This is the only channel that will keep you with a head clear. Okay? And if you don't believe me, try all the advice that I've said in my on my videos, and you will see for yourself that your life will immediately get better. All right? Bye, guys. I love you. Thank you so much for watching and for stopping by. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the super chat. I love you.